This episode is brought to you by Lurk Royalty, a Twitch gaming team that puts out Call of Duty content, Rocket League content, and any epic esports matchups you can think of. If you want to check them out, go over to twitch.tv. The three team members are Creeper KC, you got Brazzy TTV, and Reckless_X. Go check them out over on twitch.tv.
And now, the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast.
With your hosts, Clinton,
Hunter,
and Ryan,
as we bring you the latest in gaming news, reviews, and the newest updates on national and local esports events.
along with great recipes for you good-looking dads.
Gadgets and gifts for gaming, gags, and great deals.
And we're raising the heat as we go into gaming competition in the Delirious Dome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another edition of the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast, episode 112. I'm your host, Clinton Stanley, and I'm here with...
This is Ryan, just bringing it in tonight. It's going to be a wonderful evening. I'm excited about this.
And this is the Huntsman 420, also go by the Huntsman 93. And no, it's not a drug reference. That's my birthday.
Everybody assumed it was your birthday. I don't know why G didn't bring up the drug reference then.
Yeah, well, my bad.
Now I feel like it might have been the drug reference, but it's okay.
It was a drug reference the whole time.
Oh, man.
all night long. That's news. But we're also bringing gaming news just for you. Are you feeling a little delirious tonight? I know I am.
Oh, yeah.
How long are we going to keep this going, guys?
We're done with it.
Okay,
We're
cool.
going to move on. But we are going to bring some good news.
If we were going to bring some like smooth jazz in, then I would keep that going the whole night. But
Yeah, well, I don't think
we're
I have
just
any
trying to
smooth
hand out some
jazz open.
ASMR, guys.
Yeah.
You know, ASMR.
Yeah, nobody knows what you mean, but they know what you mean because of the voices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Get real close.
So personal life news, Ryan got the snip.
Wow, he just threw that out there. That was
I
like...
did. This was Thursday. Today we record on Tuesday, so this was last Thursday. We're on day 5. They're sittable, huh? You know what I mean? Definitely sittable.
So for us delirious...
had to lay back for a couple days, though.
For us delirious dads out there, can you let us know what do we have to expect when we go in to, for those of us who choose this option, to go in and, you know, get the snip? What should we expect?
Well, you should expect your doctor to tell you that you had a prescription you're supposed to pick up, and then you should expect to take that prescription. What you shouldn't expect is what happened to me. I got there. I'm sitting there just, I'm calm as a cucumber. I'm that guy. So I'm sitting there just munching down on some sausage and egg biscuits. Non-biscuits, though. I get rid of the bread, you know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
I'm munching down on there. And lady comes out. She's already got this look in her face like, you're just sitting out here munching down? Like, about to get the snip. And she's like, is your wife here? Or kind of panicked.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, she dropped me off, I got a ride when we're leaving. Well, she's not here, though? I'm like, no. She needs to sign this paperwork. And I'm like, okay, why can't I sign it? It's like a release paperwork or something, Yeah. And she was like, well, because you're on a Valium. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, you took a Valium before coming in, right? For your nerves. And I was like, no, was I supposed to take a Valium? And she's like, well, you can tell now she automatically knew that nobody said anything to me. So they boo-booed.
Yeah.
And the surgery is scheduled for today.
And she's a bad guy.
I think somebody, should have, maybe the doctor, and she's trying not to say anything specific. And I'm like, okay, well, so what's going on? Do I need to call her or whatever? And she's like, yeah, but I'm still trying to figure out, there's a bug, sorry. I'm still trying to figure out, why do I even need to call her if I didn't take the Valium? You know what I mean?
At that point, you're still...
Yeah. And she's like, okay, yeah, man, I guess if you're sober, I think you can sign it. And she's like, I mean, people do it without the Valium. But you could tell she's like panicked for me. You know what I mean? And so she'll go ahead and come back here with me, and I'll ask the doc, We're going back there. And I'm like, why are you asking the doc if it's a completely normal thing to not take the Valium? Right. And so,
That's
anyways,
just covering her own back. That's all.
oh yeah. Yeah. So she's like, so this is what happened. I'm still asking this whole time. How did I not know? Was this going to come? And I asked her multiple times, is this going to come like as a voicemail, as a text? Did it come as an email? So I could track down how I missed it. Never once will she respond. She just keeps
somebody forgot to send it.
Yeah. So, and she says, you signed this. And then she accidentally slipped up and says, she said, I don't know why they didn't have you sign this last time. And I thought,
that's why I didn't get the call.
They were supposed to tell me about the Valium in person and have me sign this because of the Valium. That was the whole point. You get what I'm saying? And so now I know why it's weird from the beginning. They forget to get the consent signed ahead of time and all that. Anywho, long story long, which you can't really make this story, short. Sorry. So so I go back. The little doctor comes out or whatever. He's like, hey, it's okay. People choose to do it without the Valium. You're perfectly fine. You seem calm. That's really all the Valium's for, anyways, right? I'm like, okay, cool. That's what I was hoping. I was nervous.
I'm going for the Valium.
Yeah, only after she brought up the Valium did I even start to get nervous and think I might need a Valium. It's kind of like, shouldn't have done that, right? And I'm like, but I really am fine, personally. She's the only one scaring me. And he's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, okay. And so right after that, she's walking me in. All right, go ahead and follow me into this room, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm still kind of joking with her, like, hey, I guess they forgot to tell me about the Valium last time. That's what you're trying to sort through, blah, blah. And I said, but I guess it only helps, I don't know if it just helps with your emotions or, and she was like, well, you're supposed to take one the night before, so it's even deeper.
Oh, no.
And you're supposed to take one in the morning before you come in, and it helps your nerves relax. Yes, but it also kind of helps everything relax. And then I'm like, yeah. So does that mean I'm going to be, tighter? And
she should have just kept her mouth shut at that point.
Yeah, that would cause more bruising, right?
Oh, yeah.
If your body's not relaxed.
More pain. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm thinking about all that now. But then the doctor guy comes back in. I don't even know what he is, right? You're not a doctor, but you're not a nurse. He's the assistant, like surgical assistant guy. That's who he is, right? That might be what they're called, surgical assistants. So
in surgery, it's usually like a scrub tech, but in his situation, I don't know what to be in office.
Yeah.
What their title would be.
And so I'm like, okay, so is this a big deal? Does it make the stuff relax? And he's like, no, it's really for you. Blah, blah, blah. And later the other doctor said, really, it's for me because it keeps you from like flinching and twitching when you're relaxed. If you're calm, like you are, then it's fine. But if you're, nervous and we push you through this, you're going to be all twitchy when I'm sticking needles and all that kind of stuff. And he said, we can't have any of that, And I was like, oh, yeah, I got you.
Especially when he sticks the needle, you got to get the right spots to make sure he numbs all that up.
Uh-huh. Now, so I'm laying in here, we're kind of joking around, bantering. He goes out, all of a sudden the actual doctor pops his head in and he goes, Mr. Max? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, you seem real calm. And I was like, yeah, I am real calm. Like, it's weird that you're asking me again, And he's like, well, you being so calm and everything, I have basically a doctor nurse or a doctor woman who's wanting to sit in on one of these surgeries. You know what I mean? Would that be something you're fine with? That way she can kind of see how much of it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. She can come in. And then the whole time she never says anything. He's talking to her, but she never responds. Uh-huh. And I think it's because we're having so much odd banter during a surgery that she
don't want to freak you out at all.
Yeah, I don't think she even knows what to. Yeah, she didn't expect it, the scenario. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, anyways, for you guys on the actual surgery, that's the funny thing leading into my whole surgery. Yes, on the actual surgery, I don't like the lidocaine needles, anyways. Not when I get my teeth done. That's the worst part of it. So those mother effers hurt. But I can tell you, usually you feel like all 9 of them when you get your teeth done. Down there, pretty much after the first one, you don't feel them. Maybe just a tiny bit. So it actually numbs way faster.
So how bad was the grip? Was it real bad, or was it just oh my gosh?
From the burn?
Yeah.
From the lidocaine? I'm a sissy on that one. Yeah, it was
so it was a sting or was it a pressure? Because when I get my teeth done, it's a pressure.
Oh no, it's a sting for me. Burns like a mother effer.
Yeah,
no, it never burns for me, but I take a lot of laughing gas when they do mine. So
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's why it's a pressure. Yeah.
Right, yes, it's because you've already been laughing gassed out. I just disappeared for some reason. I'm back. But yeah, it's the burn. It just stings.
which is
Real
kind of what the Valium's supposed to do for you, I guess.
Yeah, probably
Maybe.
helps.
That's the pill
Yeah.
form of the laughing gas.
Right. And so, anyways, yeah, you're gonna feel the sting like the lidocaine, like in your teeth and all. He said that, boom, boom. He does it. That kind of hurts. And I'm thinking, okay, the sting. Ugh. But the problem was not the sting. Okay, the problem was the vice that your nut was in, because that's what it felt like. I mean, it felt like when you're getting your nut hit, but it's just getting squished like harder and harder, and you're only feeling it on that one side because he's specifically working on that testicular tube,
We asked for too much, Hunter. Oh gosh.
Yeah. And so that's the only pain that hurt. But what was weird about it, it wasn't like striking at all. You get what I'm saying? Like when you get them hit, it's like there's a punch to it.
Yeah, I know exactly what kind of pain you're talking about.
Yeah, this is much more smooth, slow building.
Like it's going to pop at some point.
And as he's messing with whatever he's doing down there, I could feel him. What do you call that? Like if he moved whatever he was doing that was making it hurt, I feel it like stab me all the way up here, coming up from down below. Like,
oh god.
Yeah, and so I'm like, ooh, it's not making me like move my whole body. It's not, it's not horrible, but my toes curled a couple times. Definitely.
So you got a little nervous then for sure. Like a little bit. Oh, where's this going? What you doing now?
Yeah. Well, this is in the surgery already.
Yeah,
I mean, he's already nipping on that. You felt a little bit of that when he was lidocating. You felt a little bit of that, which kind of made me scared. Like, oh boy, we're about to go there. And I told him, hey, I'm still feeling this pain. He was like, yeah, you're gonna feel that pain. I was like, oh. He's like, yeah. So anything that's sharp, like pokey, like you felt when I first put the lidocaine in, you shouldn't be feeling. The kick in the nuts, Yes, you're gonna feel that. So, okay, sweet.
Oh boy.
So yeah, you definitely have to, and I don't know, maybe the stuff does help with that. I don't know, but I'm having to, bear down a little bit and kind of curl my toes and, it's my nuts,
I'm gonna have to reach out and get some connections. Like, can we do like a conscious sedation where you don't gotta put a tube down my throat?
You can sedate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They basically say that you can because some people can't even deal with needles at all, right? Yeah. Imagine that knowing your nutsack's getting split open.
I may just go that route,
Okay, yeah, you can though. You can choose that, but it goes even further. Okay, so he's doing this, boom, clip releases, like a little deal they're using to like hold the tube out of your hole, right?
Yeah.
It releases and lets him back in, and so he has to fight it back out of there, pull it back out again. He's like, I don't know, we need this other style clamp. This one's being stubborn, and so he clamps that down on there, and then the other guy goes, oh. I don't know why that didn't release earlier. And it's like, what is that? My cum squirting out of there? Like,
wow.
I don't know what's going on. So he said, I don't know why that didn't release earlier. Yeah, it usually does release. But I actually think they're talking about the sheath that the tube is in.
Yeah.
Like they have to cut that open to get the little tubes out.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's what they meant. But when they said it, my mind was like, dang, did it just like auto cum all over? Anywho, so he gets that side done, and I'm already thinking that side's going to hurt because it's he had to mess with it too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Boom, he gets to the other. But at least I also knew in the surgery, the other side was not going to hurt as much because that side didn't go well. So this side's going to probably go good. It did. That side was way better, 3 times faster. And he was done. And it didn't hurt as much.
How long did the procedure take?
15 minutes, maybe.
Okay. It's not too bad, I guess.
Yeah. Not bad.
And so this whole time we're talking and kind of bantering about different things, and we're joking about, he was over on his phone. I'm like, what's this guy doing messing on his phone right before he's about to cut into me? It's kind of weird, And all of a sudden, playlist starts.
That's awesome. He's going to be in the zone when he started. That's hilarious.
And anyways, these 2 doctor guys, they're talking about how this other doctor, you can tell they're not trying to be too specific, but it's like, he's kind of a weirdo. Like, it kind of scares them. And they're like, yeah, you should hear his playlist.
So they did it just like the dentist where they start having conversation. And
yeah. He's like some Jamaican. Yeah, it's exactly how it was. Yeah. He said they play like some African drums in the jungle and some other weird stuff. And then all of a sudden Led Zeppelin will come on right after. He's like, his playlist is weird. And the other guy was like, yeah, I don't think he really watches much TV, like, which is a weird response to that, right? And the other guy leans in and is like, he doesn't own a TV. And he's like, I don't know. He might not watch much. And he's like, no, I know. He doesn't have a TV. And they both look at each other like,
They stop what they're doing. They stop surgery.
Yeah.
But hey, at least that's like two docs who love what they do, right? They're having fun.
Right. Oh yeah.
They're in the, that's awesome.
And my impression at this point is this lady has got to be thinking, what is going on? I haven't heard a snicker out of her, not a laugh. And the conversation is gold, right? Everything that's going on is real good.
Yeah, like they didn't prep themselves to be a certain way because she was there. They were just...
Right.
That's awesome.
And they judge it off the person, obviously. I'm that guy that's pushing all these envelopes and they're like, all right, let's roll, Yeah. But, okay, so this is all going on. Then I had maybe 2 more real strong one-liners. And then all of a sudden he's cauterizing my tube, right? And literally you're seeing your steam smoking up out of your ball sack.
Oh my God.
And you smell it,
Yeah. Burnt hair.
And I said, nothing like the smell of your own testicles roasting, or something like that. And he was like, yeah, that's what that is. Just like real.
Like you tried to keep it all.
She didn't shift in her chair. She did nothing. Just nothing. And I was just like, all right,
she's
I'm
on
just
good
gonna
behavior.
forget she's here. Yeah, she ain't gonna react to anything. She's ready. So
professional.
I'm gonna be the guy the whole time just lean back with his eyes closed, like, okay, I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna do nothing.
Oh, I wish my belly wasn't as big so I could have seen it. But
No.
I got a mountain in the way. Yeah.
I can't do that.
I just don't know if I could on my own package.
Oh, I could. I actually should have asked him to give me a mirror down there.
I'd be all about watching it happen to you.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I could do it to myself. I usually can watch that kind of stuff, but since it's my family jewels, I don't know.
Well, the reason they wouldn't want you to watch is because you'll flinch naturally as they go to.
Yeah.
The whole point is you're numb, so you don't feel that, so you don't flinch, right?
Right.
And
so they probably tell you not to look anyway.
Just so you guys know, the doctors are not numbing you so you have no pain. They're numbing you so you don't botch the surgery.
Their procedure,
Yeah.
But yeah. So, anyways, everything else went good. It's day 5 now. Yesterday, my right testy still hurt quite a bit. I didn't have horrible swelling. Swelling had already gone down. Right testy was hurting. Called the doctor. She said, take a hot bath. I did so. Everything relaxed. Feels much better. Today is still hurting a little bit, but it's nothing like it was the 3 days before that. And when I say that, none of that is much pain. It's like if someone's, you're a guy and you guys are going to get this. If someone was just kind of squeezing on your nuts with 2 fingers, like on a ball, but just a little, not hard, but that feeling like it's about to hurt.
Yeah.
That's the amount of hurt there is.
That's sometimes the worst.
It is. Yeah. So it's nagging. So as you're stepping and stuff like that, I'm feeling it, but only on that right side. The left side doesn't hurt at all, which is weird. The left side is the one that gave him all the trouble.
Thank you, because now I'm hurting for no reason down there.
Yep. Mine are tingling while we're talking about
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Not like a good tingle either. Like they're kind of like, Yeah.
I might order see if he'll give me a little Valium for after the surgery too.
You might have to make this whole segment its own show because that just already went like super long. But I mean, I don't know. You invited it in, so
yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
Okay.
And every dad out there that hasn't had it done yet, it's just like, oh gosh.
Yeah, it's a good story.
Yeah,
that's good content, guys.
I'm really freaked out now. Thanks.
Yep.
Hey, you really want to get freaked out? And I got to tell everybody who's listening because it's my duty. Nobody told me, and so I'm telling you. There's a thing, and they did mention that you could have chronic pain that continues going after you've had surgery, like the nut pain that I'm talking about, but it never goes away. You can have that. Well, they talk about it like it's very rare. I decided not to look into it because I didn't want to get nervous, right? So I don't care. It's all good. It's rare. I'm sure it's not going to happen to me. They just tell you because they have to. Uh-oh. Now I looked it up afterward because my right nut's hurting and my left nut's not. So I got a little concerned. I look it up and it happens to 2 out of 100 people. That is a pretty high rate of scary. That's why they don't tell you. 2 out of 100. I know 100 people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So 2 out of every 100, yeah.
Yeah. So I read that and it's like, and it can go from anywhere from like the ache that I'm talking about, the light nag, or sometimes it only is there or increases during erection or orgasm, which would be like the worst, right? Or the third being, it can be to the extreme side to where it's like excruciating, debilitating, constant pain that doesn't go away. Yeah.
So you just cut mine off.
Yep.
At this
Well, that's
point,
what
just cut mine off.
That's the farthest thing they can do. You know what? So they said, okay, I know this whole show's not about this, but they said that can essentially, you got an area that holds the sperm, this and that, guys, and they can go in and cut out that area if they can pinpoint that's where the pain's coming from. Yeah. Sometimes it comes from just the fact that your sperm wants out and they're blocked, and that pressure makes you receive pain. Some people experience that. And then they say, if none of those other things are working, we can't get rid of the pain, and it's serious enough, yes, we can remove the testicles, right? But
still have
caveat,
pain.
Yes.
Yep.
It may not remove the pain.
Yep. You still got that phantom pain.
I said, I'm glad I didn't read any of that or hear before my vasectomy. But at the same time, I'm sitting here going, I don't know if I made the right choice now, but it's too late. So, like,
so
you
we're
know,
already there.
I'll know after it doesn't hurt forever. And in 6 months or whatever it is, when I know for sure I'm sterile, I'll go, I made the right choice. But you guys should know ahead of time.
Yeah. Thank you for that service announcement, bro.
Yeah, you're my
Public
homies.
service announcement.
Yeah.
Do you see my face right now?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, he's so like in pain and shock, and
I'm sad.
Yeah.
and we all told our wives we'd do it. You know what I'm saying? Here we are.
Well, it's definitely an easier procedure than having your wife do it, but you know, it's just
the chronic pain thing. It's way easier procedure, but the chronic pain that's serious.
That's a scary thing. I may have to file for disability for an achy ball sack.
I would for sure. I'm definitely getting some money.
If you can't sit down, think about that. What could you do? If you're just constantly, if it's like excruciating pain, like you're saying.
I literally don't know if my ball's hurting right now, but about, or if it's really.
I feel like the 2 out of 100 isn't excruciating pain. I feel like it's
no. Yeah.
That's probably a lesser percent, but it still could happen, and it could happen to you. And then what do you do with it?
Okay.
Well, I mean,
I don't need these nightmares distilled in my head, guys.
There's 3 of us right here, so the chance is higher that one of us has.
True.
Hopefully, it's not me.
I'll pray for you, Ryan.
Are we ready for gaming news? I mean, that's some good testicular news for men.
I'm gonna be celibate for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you look for a local surgeon out there who wants to sponsor the podcast.
Yep.
Yep.
The Delirious Dad's vasectomy class.
Vasectomy sack. All right.
Well, I hope you guys are nuts for this news because it's going to be good tonight.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
And it's time for the leaks for geeks, the news for the dudes.
For the dudes.
Dudes.
Yeah, see, Ryan messed up the whole intro there. Now
do we want to hit these guys? What do you mean? That was really good.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it'd be really cool if you did the first part and Ryan did the second part and you shared some of your glory, Clinton.
Never.
Jeez.
But that's all right.
Jeez.
Just like on Rocket League, I will never share my glory.
Now I'm going to actually have to go back and listen to this episode to make sure I
left it in.
Yes. Yep. Exactly. Okay. Who's hitting first? Because I kind of want to hit with mine.
Go for it.
You always do.
I don't usually just go first. I've only got one article tonight. So I'm just going to be listening to you guys and, joining in if I feel spicy a little bit.
Please, Ryan, grace us with your article.
But mine is the most odd and outlandish, so I figure might as well hit them hard. We made them wait for the news. Let's not make them wait for the outlandish, the juicy one. Yeah.
I think it could be all coincidence, but
it's not juicy as in like, oh, that's the biggest news. No, but it is. You guys are gonna enjoy the story.
Yeah. For sure.
Have you guys heard of the game? And if you haven't, you're not my friend. Back 4 Blood. This is by the makers and very much built along the lines of Left 4 Dead, one of my favorite games ever.
Yes.
All the times.
We talked about it a little bit last week.
And so Back 4 Blood is essentially, I wouldn't call it a remake, but it's definitely a spin-off. When you watch it, you can see, hey, look, they definitely took this build and these ideas and brought them over. They didn't steal them because it's the same developers, right?
Right.
But that's what they did. the beta was out for like 5 days. It might still be out today, but I think it's about done. And that beta had a weird thing in it.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a video here. I'm not even going to say what the thing is. Let's just see when we watch this video what we think.
As you can guys see, I'm just going to go ahead and read it out for the audio listeners.
Yes.
It says Back for Blood zombies yelling the N-word. All right.
Right. So let's listen to it. Let's give our thoughts on this real quick.
Okay. What?
Wow.
Hey, look at this big. Shut up. Shut up, bitch. What did that zombie say?
Oh.
What did he say?
Oh.
100%. How do you even fake that?
110.
Oh my goodness. Hey, we're not laughing because of the word that was used. We're
Well,
laughing
obviously,
because it was
It's
used.
so obvious.
Yes. Okay, so look, you say it's obvious that that's what it sounds like. I agree with that, but I also know this company's about making money. They're a big company. They've done this before. There's no way that they say, hey, let's throw this in there, this obviously, and hope nobody sees it or hears it or notices it. There's no way.
Oh, boy, it was bad, though, wasn't it? That's why it's
real bad.
A good thing it's beta, though. A good thing it's beta. They can take it out.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Yes, they can. Yeah, nobody will own that copy. Correct.
Yeah,
yes. But it's recorded and it's out there in the World Wide Web forever.
That's true.
Okay, so it says if you've played this thing, let's see here.
I love the first streamer though.
Okay.
You know, he's a African American gentleman, black guy,
Yeah.
however you want to say it,
Yeah.
whatever's appropriate for you.
Yeah,
And he says, "What'd you call me?"
yeah, like calmly.
Like
yeah.
what?
What did you call me?
He played it off hilariously.
Uh-huh.
That's actually why I laughed the first time. Just his reaction to, you know, he played it off pure comedic gold on
Right.
his part.
Okay. It says if you played Left 4 Dead this past week, came in contact with any of the many lurking through the stages, you hear the undead, also known as Ridden in the game. They do talk. However, they're saying the current debate is up
That's
for
even
blah,
worse.
blah, blah. They
So
say the N-word.
they do talk. So that makes it worse to me.
Yeah, it does. However, what they're saying is that they believe the N-word was being used, right? Okay, so videos surfaced, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now here's the game has already come out and made a statement because this is just blown up, right? It's gone all over. So WB Games, they said, they released a statement, basically, the growl in Back for Blood is not as it seems. According to the publisher, there is a bug in the game. So essentially, I'll give you a little bit of a breakdown. When you're playing a game like this, and you guys probably know this, stuff runs on supposed to be like a random circuit. The creature's not always going to yell this way at this time at this place, right?
Yeah.
The game will select how it's going to sound at all these different times, and it won't be the same.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So what's going on, they're saying here, is there's a bug in the game that is playing two sounds at the same time. And it just so happens that those two sounds being played at the same time, overlapped, come out sounding like this. And it's
just coming together and making a
right. Yep.
Okay.
And so they say essentially, you know, we never recorded this. This is not something we recorded or ever intended to be part of the game. It's being worked on. It's in beta. All the things we're obviously all assuming already in our head. But, you know, the fact that they had to address it, they couldn't even ignore it. I mean, it's just because, come on, how could you? I mean, that's like
That was very
I-
clear.
one of those like, yeah,
I have thoughts.
yeah,
They had a sound developer working in the sound department.
uh-huh.
And his name was Ralph. They fired Ralph. So Ralph's final get you. He just went
Little
ahead and
code.
put it into the system.
Yeah,
Right, but
So,
they would
I'll bring it in.
would have to pass through more than just Ralph, though.
Would it though?
Like if Ralph uploaded that, somebody would have heard it in the
No.
development testing.
No. He uploaded it in something that would
Like
only
like a
happen and cause it to
secret code.
glitch in the deal, right?
In the beta.
Yeah.
Buggy
So if
bug.
they were to play it, they wouldn't see it, but when it
Hmm.
released in the beta, they would. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which, you know, it's coding. I don't understand it enough, but hackers do all kinds of crazy stuff. So I could
Yeah.
see something like that. Yeah.
Ralph is a racist.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Dirty. Well, he might not be. He just wants people to think they
he
are.
made the company racist to bring
Right,
them
yeah,
down.
yeah.
There you go.
His name may or may not be Ralph, right? Could be Cindy. Just so you guys know.
Could be, yeah. So speaking of things you hear and rumors out there in the world, turns out there's a long-awaited rumor of Halo Infinite Battle Royale mode coming to the Halo franchise. Known leaker Tom Henderson touched on the mode in a recent tweet, explaining the Halo Infinite Battle Royale is also heavily connected to the campaign in a lot of ways. In a follow-up tweet, he added that he's not sure if it's been scrapped, or when and if it will release, but it's been in development for years. A True Blue Halo Infinite Battle Royale remains unannounced officially, but it has been, as we said, subject to rumors. It says here that a Battle Royale speculation occurred earlier back in November 2020 when a tweet from a now suspended Game Leaker's Rumors Twitter account suggested that Microsoft specifically requested a Battle Royale mode be added to the new Halo Infinite game, but that was also never confirmed. And it says earlier this year, a now deleted tweet from the separate leaker implied that the alleged Battle Royale mode is more of a large-scale team fight, pouring cold water on the idea. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like Battle Royale is so popular. I don't know that... I know Halo's a very strong franchise. A lot of followers. I mean, we all...
Big mistake if they don't do it.
Yeah, I just feel
if you're talking about how much time and look how good that game looks.
Yeah.
The changes they've made. I mean, it looks like a phenomenal game. If they don't capitalize on where the money is right now, which is clearly 100% Battle Royales, they're dumb. They blew a huge chance.
Yep, I mean, they will still be in esports, be on the esports circuit, but it's just not going to be the same now.
I agree.
I don't see them competing with Apex Legends, Warzone, you know.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think it puts them behind the curve, but we'll see. I think that'd be sweet with a Battle Royale style if you did like Aliens versus the Halo dudes.
Heck yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the Spartans. Be sweet.
I think they've got a great chance of... I mean, I'm just thinking about that game, the new grappling hook style of stuff that's in there. It just sounds like that game would be super fun, Battle Royale. It'd be crazy, but it'd be a lot of fun. It'd be kind of a happy crazy in between, really, right? I guess it'd be kind of closer to Apex Legends.
Well, the thing about the Halo universe, too, it being the way it is with Portal, you take portals and different things like that, you can do so much with the Battle Royale mode. The way you fly into the map, the way you interact, all that kind of stuff.
There's a niche, you know, like you don't always have to appeal to every Battle Royale player as a Halo.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, some people play Call of Duty Battle Royale, some people play Fortnite Battle Royale, some people play them all,
such a huge difference.
Some people play Apex. You know what I'm saying? And they all have their own lane, and so Halo would have its own lane too, and so I think it'd be widely popular with the community. And
I don't think I'm a Battle Royale guy. I think you're right. I think Battle Royale is just a new category.
It is.
People still have their game. That's their style. Yeah.
Right. I think that would be a good flex for sure.
I think so.
All right. Well, we wanted to wait, Clinton, because I was talking about a streamer tonight. And so this streamer has had his ups and downs, but he's doing really good right now on YouTube. And by the looks of this article, even what he's about to step into. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, I'm talking the one and only Dr. Disrespect.
Oh, yeah.
And so, all right.
Is there anybody that can do it justice in this podcast? I don't think so.
Dr. Disrespect is starting his own game studio.
Nice.
What? Game development?
Yes. So the Champions Club is getting into game development. Streamer Dr. Disrespect is starting his own gaming studio, and it's looking for a studio head to help run and co-found it. According to this job listing, Dr. Disrespect.
He's going to have backing automatically, so it's good.
Yes. He's got a huge community. According to Dr. Disrespect's post on Twitter, it's a job listing really that he put on his Twitter account. The former Call of Duty level designer is looking for a co-founder to help start up a new AA or AAA gaming studio that has a unique twist. According to Dr. Disrespect, whatever game this studio ends up making will be developed in partnership with a select list of mega influencers who will work closely with the studio to launch their dream game. The job opening is asking for a co-founder and studio head who will manage the studio and develop and publish the game targeting PCs and consoles.
This is excited. As soon as you started telling me, I started thinking, how many times would come up, man, they should make a game like this.
Yeah,
we do that all the time, and then nothing's going to happen about it, right? He can actually just go out and hire somebody, and have the publicity to make money on it, right?
Right.
And so, if hopefully you guys are getting what he's saying here, you probably are. I'm going to reiterate it for the listeners if you didn't catch it clearly. He's saying, if I'm wrong, tell me. Different huge influencers, social influencers, right? Are going to basically pitch their individual dream game, and they're going to take one of those ideas and make it into a real game, right? And we're going to make, because he said whichever one we end up making, the way he started that statement. So that's why I was like, oh, snap. It's almost like they're going to record that too for publicity, right? Like maybe some of these, they're going to put out these interviews of which game.
And he's got a lot of old buddies from Twitch, and he's got Z-Laner, who I'm sure he will be involved. Oh, shoot.
That's cool. Great idea.
It says, while plenty of streamers have dabbled with game development, Dr. Disrespect actually was a former developer who became a full-time streamer. And then the rest of this is, but his career isn't without controversy, which I'm not going to go into that. I think that's crap. He's
at this point, if he had real dirt, they would have done out with it. I feel
that's what I was saying. He was banned from Twitch. They don't know why, and then other things. So they got jumped through at E3. But here's the thing: I hate these articles that tell you all these positives of a guy's career, and then wants to bring up the old crap. He's moved on, like you said. There's nothing that's come out. Twitch hasn't had a real reason for banning him permanently, and if they did, they would have came out with it. And then two, this guy is trying to make something out of his life. He's moving on with a positive thing, and it's his passion. So we don't need to bring up his mistakes. There's no reason for that.
It's actually somebody that's going to take a risk too. Like, that's the great thing about him. He'll take a risk. He'll do something that all these other AAA companies are too scared because they have shareholders to worry about. He don't. Yeah. And so, And he's been complaining for a while about like Warzone. He gets frustrated with things in Warzone. And
what would be even better is if he took all of these influencers' deals and put them out there for all the fans to vote.
Yeah. Have input on.
And don't put that past him, man. I mean, yeah.
I think that's kind of what he's going for. I think he wants to set up some sort of
the whole thing's publicity leading.
I could see him.
This is the gamers
successful, and then turning it into some Willy Wonka style gaming company.
That'd be
you come in with your idea, sign up to win, and then we're going to produce your game. But nothing but good wishes from the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast over here for Dr. Disrespect.
Get it, Doc. Get it, bro. Jeez, I'm excited.
We are all part of the Champions Club over here. So
that's right. We can't play like the Champions Club, but
no. But we support
that's smart for him too, because he knows he can't stream his whole life. He knows at some point he's getting older, and you gotta have other things in the fire.
Smart, like you said, though, I don't even think it's that. I think that he's passionate about this.
Yeah, he's ready to put something out that no one else is willing to do, to take the risk on. I think you're right. Cool.
So, man, I don't think it's about the money for him. I think he's made a good amount of money doing what he does for YouTube and stuff like that.
Well, you just got me fired up, man.
Yeah, I think he's doing it for his passion. So
that's why we didn't want to tell that story while Clint was out for a little bit.
Yeah. Now I get it. It all makes sense. Look into the skies. Hey, speaking of skies, Hunter, No Man's Sky. They released their 5th anniversary trailer. So it's a new trailer put together to mark the 5 years since the game's release.
I like it.
It charts the 16 free updates that help make the game what it is today. It starts with the first update, which is the Foundation update, and just works its way through the trailer, kind of showing you how, I think you're going to see the improvements along the way. So we are going to watch that trailer here in just a few minutes. But yeah, so it just goes through all their iterations and updates and basically how they turn this sinking ship around, because we all know, we've heard about the launch and how it didn't do well, and there's a lot of promised things that didn't happen. So they turned it around. It also says here...
They're an epic example of that thing we've been saying that we love about the new gaming age, which is when a game comes out, it's not done. It allows these creators to listen to the players and adjust it. And it's like you can't make a movie and change it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the games have never been that way either until now. Yeah. And No Man's Skies is one of those that was like, wow, what a failure. What a mistake. Why did they do this? Why did they do that?
I was pissed that I bought it. I was like, why did I buy this piece of trash?
And they've survived it. And they've got a huge following, and it's a great game. And that's only because of this new way of being able to do it. So we're living in an exciting age for it, for sure.
Me and Clint have dabbled in it, and I will say, even though it's so vast and there's not always there. Okay, so now there always is an objective that kind of leads you along a storyline path, which I like. Yeah. Some people don't like that, but you don't have to follow that. It's up to you. So they're doing great things, and I definitely have had more interest in it. It's not as wacky as it used to be. It can continue to improve in like any other game, but thumbs up on my part for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely would rate it a lot higher now than I would have at launch for sure.
Yeah. We definitely, we had the case where we played and it was like we could go off and kind of do our own thing. I was like, I'm going to go over here and look at this satellite area. And I was like, I'm going to go to this planet and check out this frozen stuff or, whatever. And we did find some pretty cool planets. I mean, some pretty crazy stuff once we started traveling together. It does say also on the trailer that it has a little teaser for the next expansion update that's coming out. It's going to be called No Man's Sky Frontiers, and that's going to be for PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X, as well as VR platforms, and it will be free to existing players. So if you already own the game, you get it for free anyway. So sweet. Anyway, we're going to load up this here trailer, check it out, see what we think.
Negative energy just makes me stronger. We will not retreat. This band is unstoppable.
Oh, this must have been the graphic update.
They went through a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know all this stuff was available in the game.
Yeah, well, we just never played through it, right? Never got to those points. Like, I didn't know they had, like, a horror alien area,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Whoa.
Our journey continues.
That's one of those, if that game continues to grow and do well, they're going to be like, man, remember when we launched when it almost went under? It's just going to be this crazy, hard to even go back to that time,
Yeah. That's cool.
Free update for existing players.
I thought that was a great preview, too.
And that just shows you they're passionate about what they do.
Mm-hmm. It was just really well put together. Really walked you through without any, somebody talking or narrating. Just good little video.
Yeah, it didn't have any fluff to it. It was just all, hey, here's our game. Here's what we did.
For show.
Very good.
Like
I'm excited for that. It makes me want to get on and play some more.
It does. Yep.
I didn't know that was VR. Maybe I did and just didn't think about it, but that looked
Can
like
I tell you, growing up,
in VR.
I never thought I'd be in a situation as an adult where I have so many video games that I don't play.
You can't play. Yeah.
Yeah, never.
There's not enough time. Yeah, I get you.
Well, there's just so many more good games now than back then.
Yeah.
Back then it was like a good game once a year, maybe.
They're available at the fingertips. I don't need to go out down to the store to buy it. You know what I'm saying? So I have a library, and then there's free games every month on every platform almost.
Yeah.
So just like my library's full.
Yeah.
My friend sent me a Steam library the other day, and it was crazy. It was like $5,000 worth of games on his library that he hasn't played yet.
Jeez.
Just crazy. I'm crazy, you know, that he's just accumulated all these games. So,
Man, that's nuts.
all right. Well, my last article here is about a game coming out that I thought looked really cool, and really what pulled me into this is the name Portal, because it says it's a Portal-like puzzler game.
Okay.
The name of the game is called Lab Rat, and it's coming to Xbox and PC only. I don't think it's a PlayStation game.
Okay.
But it so far from what I've seen, it looks like a top-down puzzler with rich storyline type, comedian type style story, kind of like Portal, right? That's why they're comparing it to Portal.
Right.
And so Portal was an excellent game.
Mm-hmm.
The series was, you know, I can't even say the second one was not as good. I loved
it was awesome.
both of them. So
I love the co-op aspect they brought to it.
right. So Lab Rat is a new satirical science fiction puzzle game that is coming to Xbox as well as PC next year. Appearing in today's ID Xbox stream, Lab Rat is a block-pushing puzzle game that comes with some Portal vibes, not least its cutting sense of humor. Designed as a satire of gaming and reliance on machine learning. It was originally announced solely for PC, but will now come to the Xbox Series X and S as well. All versions are due to arrive in 2022.
Awesome.
So this is new news, guys. Like the video for this was released on YouTube today.
Nice.
And so it was released at GameCon last year, but I don't think we had any gameplay or any type of thing for it until now. So I could be wrong, but that's what I found today. So the game will feature over 100 levels that are designed to blend a variety of genres, and will also periodically pull players on various subjects as the game's controlling AI attempts to understand humanity. Poll results from all players will be collided and used as the game goes on. Okay. So you can sign up for the beta now. And yeah, so that's it. I got that.
We got a video for that, right?
We do in the Discord. Yep. I got the.
When you said what you're talking about there at the end, where it's going to be learning how people play and adjust the game. I love that kind of idea. That sounds exciting.
Super cool.
Got a lot of what do you call it? Miles on it. If you can do that.
The font on this is very Portal-y too.
Yeah.
Yes. And so I found this. If you guys are interested, if you listen to the podcast, you're going to see this. You go on YouTube and just type in Lab Rat official trailer, and you can find it. It's only a 1 minute video, so real quick and easy.
Well, let's get it.
Hello, tester.
Oh, it's top down.
Yep. It's a block mover.
Okay.
So at first it looks really simple,
my
but
algorithms suggest you might enjoy wanton, solving puzzles. Do you feel more engaged knowing that you are being evaluated by your community? Good. I will now gauge your interest in multiplayer.
Oh.
I am helping. We are doing this together. We are bonding as people bond by doing at home. Do not panic. All of my systems are normal. 200% normal. 3000% normal. Completely normal.
Love it.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Oh man, that's
so that looks really good. And I'm the type of guy that I take one look at like a top down block mover and think this is not deep enough for me to play. I'm not going to enjoy this. But that one looks like it's got some richness to it, a little bit more than what you think is going to be there.
My reaction was the same way.
Yeah.
Like, oh boy, and then I slowly got sucked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think
so
the
I definitely would give
multiplayer
it a try.
aspect, right? At first, they kind of sell it to you like, oh, it's a single player. Then they throw in your buddy, and you're like, I see where we're going with this.
So it looks interesting. I'm excited to see what that's going to be like. And it just looks like it's going to be a funny game.
Yeah.
So
it does. That's a good way to end that. You know, you go from balls to blocks, and that's the best way to transfer.
Exactly how it should always go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, good job, honey.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. That's a unique one. I wouldn't. I just wouldn't originally think that if I just read about that game that I'd be interested. So now I'm glad I watched the preview.
I mean, like I said, the only reason I checked it out
thing
was
would catch me a little bit.
Yeah, Portal sucked me in. I was like, Portal-like game.
Yeah,
okay.
Same kind of AI system speaking and all that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Good marketing.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Well, guys, that's all we got for tonight. It was a pretty quick little news week. There's, not a tons happened between last week and this week.
Right.
Blizzard has their issues going on, but we speak about it every week, so it's kind of like, let's give it a break this week.
Yeah, nothing big and new has
No.
happened with Blizzard this week. So.
And no any big new games other than this one that Hunter just laid on us. So,
But tomorrow's a big day, by the way. And before we end, we got well, if you listen to the podcast, you won't hear this, but if you listen on live, we got Rocket League. It's new season starting tomorrow.
Oh, that's
Plus, we got What If coming to Disney Plus in the Marvel Universe and all the scenarios that may unfold in the Marvel Universe. So I'm geeking out about tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a good Wednesday.
And if you got HBO Max, you can go check out the Suicide Squad, the new Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah.
It's nothing serious, but it's definitely fun.
Nice.
Don't watch it with the kids, though. A lot of decapitations and things like that just right off the bat, Claire was just like, oh my gosh.
So it is kind of serious.
Yeah, I mean, head split right in half, right in front of, and Claire's like, ah!
You said it's nothing serious, and I'm saying decapitation is
a
little serious.
Yeah.
I guess that's true. I just mean, it's a Wild West style movie. You don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, definitely a certain age, viewer discretion is advised for the little ones. Maybe if they're 5, seeing a head get split in half is probably not the best visual.
It's just, you can assume, right? I think you can.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm a good parent. I don't care what you say.
Yep. Thanks for joining us, guys. We had a good one.
For sure.
And we want you to stay delirious.
Stay dadding.
And stay gaming. This has been a Delirious Dads production. For more information about the show, visit our website at www.deliriousdadsgaming.com. You can also find us on facebook.com/deliriousdadsgaming, twitch.tv, and YouTube. Make sure you like and share our pages to help us grow the channel. You can listen to the podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. Please leave a rating and review if you enjoy the show. Thank you again for listening, and we hope to see you next time.